What did you do?
I hit an old lady with the phone. That is not, it does not.
Yeah, you got her on the angle.
That must have really hurt.
And it probably did.
Did you watch Ninja Turtles when you were growing up, Nick?
I dabbled.
You dabbled?
Yeah.
What do you mean you just dabbled? Who dabbles in Ninja Turtles?
I mean, I wasn't like a skateboard and pizza kid, but I enjoyed them.
Over my life, like, I've liked asking people, like, who's their favorite turtle? Like, or if you could be one of the turtles, which one would you be? And I always thought there's like a clear favorite. Like, Leonardo has 2 swords. Like, that's way cooler than the guy with the stick. But I've realized in asking people which Ninja Turtle they could be, that I think there's a perfectly even distribution of turtles and personalities that correspond with them. Today, I want to do a little science experiment and ask people which Ninja Turtle is their favorite. My hypothesis is that we'll find an even turtle spread for everybody in the office. My favorite's Leonardo. We'll start there. Leonardo's got one. Hey Sam.
What up?
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Probably Donatello, because he's freaking smart. He's not a joker like the rest of them.
Sorry to interrupt your really important work. What's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Dude, Donnie.
Alright.
All the way, man.
Donatello?
Yeah, what about you?
Raphael.
Okay.
Raphael. Interesting.
Miserable.
Leonardo.
Leonardo?
You're Leonardo?
Good pick. How about you, Richard? Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I'm not familiar with the show series.
The reason why he doesn't know the Ninja Turtles is because he was born the same year The Matrix came out.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
It's Ralph.
Okay.
I'm a Leonardo, dude. 1 sword, blue mask, baby.
So we've got 3 for Leonardo, 2 for Donatello, and 2 for Raphael. Michelangelo, I guess, has no fans here. So far, pretty even across the board.
How's the day going? Great. We're just about to get really started, so obviously we got here early. Have all the stuff set up. People are getting in wardrobe, getting mic'd up. Camera's been built. Camera team and Nico have been going through the shot list, and now we are just about mic'd up and ready to get our first shots off. So the day is really just beginning. How many shots do we have to do today?
About 10, maybe 11 or 12.
12 shots? You can do that.
I do that. When I'm directing, I focus on one thing, and that's directing. And that's it.
He's quiet, might not look at you much, but he knows what he's doing. Inside there, laser focus. That's a director for you.
We are trying to get a medium-wide establishing shot where we capture both Alicia and Robert in the background, all with a sort of left-to-right movement to make an interesting frame, or as Nico would say, a sweet shot.
The key to all this is to make sure we go through the beats fast enough and get enough coverage that we can edit to be a really fast commercial. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
When I was younger, my favorite was always Leonardo, because he had the 2 he had like the 2 swords, and he's the leader. But Raphael is my favorite. Now that I'm older.
Interesting.
Wait, is this the whole thing where like everyone's favorite Ninja Turtle isn't who they are?
What do you mean? Do you think that people's favorite Ninja Turtles are like the opposite of their personalities?
Yeah, kind of. I heard this theory that everyone's favorite Ninja Turtle is not the actual Ninja Turtle who they would actually be. It's who they think they would be or wish they would be. They like project themselves on
It's
it.
very aspirational.
So I always liked Leonardo the best, but then as I grew up I realized I'm like way more Raphael than I am Leonardo.
I always like Raphael.
Yeah.
So this is a straight sun shot, right? Looks very harsh. I'm squinting.
So ugly.
You see shadows, but then you get right under the flag. There's just an even lighting.
Nice and soft. And
Basically use the sunlight to even everything out and light your shot perfectly.
direct sun, silk. Direct sun, silk.
It's really nice to have big old resources like this.
Are we on schedule?
I don't want to answer that
Why not?
because I don't like the answer. Do you want to answer that?
If you were a Ninja Turtle, which one would you be?
You know, I would always think of myself as more of a Donatello, but I've got a spiciness to me. I'm more of a Raphael. People tell me I'm a Raphael, you know?
Growing up, I loved Mikey, but I think as an adult, I'm probably more of a Leo. We've got to do something! You know, he says that all the time.
Oh, Donatello. 100%.
Donatello?
100%.
Why?
Watching the old show, they could never have any adventures without Donnie. He'd always make a gadget, and then that would be the entire episode. It would be like, oh, I made a portal to something, and then that's their episode.
The theory's holding true, except for Michelangelo.
Which Ninja Turtle would you be?
Leonardo.
It'd just be April.
Oh, sorry, am I too loud?
Like,
You know, that's actually a good point.
like,
I'd rather be April too.
I'd be a turtle when you can be April.
Being a reporter is way cooler.
Dan, would you say one of the most important things to being a DP is having a one wheel?
No, it's a hat. It's a hat. Honest to God advice. If you want to be a DP, just get a super sweet hat. The rest takes care of itself. Sunseeker. I highly recommend it to any DP coming up in the world. It's called Sunseeker. We start to get some direct sun, 11 to 11:30. Our conditions will change drastically at that point. Basically, it allows you to track the movement of the sun, so you can tell when it's going to screw you. You can also track the moon, but that's really not useful. We're planning on setting some shots, planning on making them some sweet shots. We're gonna get a mob chasing after our villain. I consider him a hero, but I'm kind of a dickish gamer, so yeah. We got a couple plans for the first shot up. We're gonna go long lens and try to get our character Bob. He is running away from camera, turning back and giving us a devilish smile. So we're gonna try it on the long lens and use our Dana dolly to try to simulate movement with him. If we can't pull that off, I'm gonna jump on that there one wheel and I'm gonna use that there A7S. I'm gonna try to get the shot off the hip, off the cuff, as it were.
You got your fancy chair here.
I do.
Was it actually comfortable?
That's okay. A camp chair would probably be better. You don't have to like sit down very far. You just kind of stick your legs out and you're standing. You have to get up a lot. There's like a list of like the top 50 tips from Roger Deakins or Steven Spielberg or whatever the director of the moment is. And the tip that they put on every list is find time to sit down if you have it, because there's a lot of standing on set. So that's why I moved my chair up here so I can sit down once in a while.
What are the odds of you falling?
Extremely low. What are the odds of Jan getting a super sweet shot? Fucking 100%.
So you're gonna follow the actor while he's running?
That's the plan.
With an A7S
Yep.
on a one wheel.
Yep.
And action.
All right, one more time. All right. I think so.
Action. Zero, take one. Speed.
Back. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So one school bus.
Dude, you got enough coffee?
Actually, we have just enough coffee.
How big of a pain in the ass would it be to bring up a 6x?
Take me probably about 5-10 minutes to
Grab Jared and you will be done. Thank you. Yeah, Griffin, just add more bounce.
What it boils down to is you guys are basically the equivalent of an angry mob chasing Frankenstein here. Except in your hands are coffee cups and phones and those kind of things. This character here, he's been running around destroying you guys. For this shot, what we're going to be doing, we're going to start with this 3/4 angle here. The camera's off to the side. Robert's gonna be in front of you guys by about 10 feet or so, maybe 15. Look at your exact positioning with the camera in a second here. You guys will be running behind, pumping your fists in the air. The other thing we're going to do here is we're going to be throwing stuff. It's going to be on a certain rhythm. Run, throw, action. And 3, 2, 1, action!
I think we just need to move some of our victims over a little bit so that they're more in frame as the frame goes forward. But it looked great, almost like a Renaissance painting. A bunch of eye lines, movement, and all sorts of good stuff. That's how conceited we are. We compare ourselves to the Renaissance greats, the masters. But they didn't understand gravity or none of that, so yeah, they're a bunch of ignorant assholes.
And they didn't make movies either.
And I heard 85, yeah?
85.
Jan, you mind holding this for a second?
Of course not. Come on.
Thank you. Just hold that up for camera if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, can you hold that up for camera?
This is a fine Sigma, 85. Cinema line. 85, one of the best numbers. It's a Masonic number. For those of you in the conspiracy world. No, it's not. It's not a Masonic number. 33 is a Masonic number.
What's the important tip for swapping lenses?
Whenever you're handing it off between you and another person, remember to give some sort of audio or visual confirmation that you have the lens in hand, such as mine, or got it, or a nod, and a wink.
So far, so good. I think he tuckered himself out. He's probably taking a nap right now.
Nico status?
Yeah, you know, probably a couple times a day. It's like a baby, you know, like baby gets hungry, baby cries, baby gets tired, baby cries.
Are we talking about Nico now?
Yeah.
Location 1 of day 2 of our commercial shoot. Complete.
Dude, now we're headed to the beach, get our last scene, and this commercial's wrapped, baby. I don't think we've ever filmed on Venice Beach before. We filmed in Malibu on the beach.
Well, the first and foremost challenge is that it's hard to get gear out here, even if you have the right moon wheels and things like that for moving large dollies. It's just hard to get stuff out here because you gotta cross a quarter-mile beach. There's sand everywhere.
emotional beats I'm looking for here is a moment of surprise, a moment of like, oh no / oh shit.
Currently, we're on the Sigma 35, Sigma Cinema.
Why the 35?
It's a good lens length. It's not quite as wide as the 24, so you can actually get a little bit of depth of field in your frame. And it's not quite as tight as a 50. It's a nice mid-range lens. It's a good way to establish a scene.
Got it right on the angle.
What happened?
When Christina was throwing the phone, it's not her fault.
Right on the angle.
Yeah, she was just acting, but we didn't clear him far back enough. She hit her in the foot.
She okay?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I hit an old lady with the phone.
You hit her ankle.
Yeah, it does not feel nice. It probably really hurt. Did it really hit her ankle?
Yeah, you got her on the ankle.
Yeah.
It's a practical effect shot.
And then we'll light the ground element.
Okay, where is that gag happening?
Sorry, I have it sideways. I need to turn it.
We have to get an insert shot of throwing the phone into the water, and Christina here has volunteered to be the one to grab it because she's already wearing a bathing suit.
God damn it.
How's the water?
Nice.
The finalized effect, covered in beach sand, more adjustments, a little bit of card underneath to keep it more solid so it won't move as much in theory, and then strings underneath to hold it more in place as he's popping up so it won't come up so much, and then you can just hold it as going through to keep this ground stabilized.
You can always punch in a little if you need to.
Spot your target
a little bit.
You know, that evil glee returns. You're not gonna have your hand here, but imagine you hitting the attack button, lifting up set. Yes.
Back up.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 inches. Okay, put your head back up in place. All right, put your hands in the front a little bit.
Guard your eyes.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Hold it.
That back hold.
Maybe back up a little.
Got any spillage in there? Ooh.
The front, sorry.
Got some spillage in there.
Ready and action.
Got it! Dude,
Wow, that was
solid.
That was great.